Hi, I'm Lorna, and today I'm going to read The Three Bears, a folktale classic by Paul Galdone. Do you know this one? It's about a bear and another bear and another bear. There's three of them. Somebody comes to visit, but they're not home at the time. Ready? Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own in the woods. Oh, somebody's pushing someone on the swing. Is that Papa? Maybe Papa's pushing baby bear. One of them was a wee little bear. One was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great big bear. Very handsome bears. They each had a bowl for their porridge. The little wee bowl had a little wee, the little wee bear had a little wee bowl, and the middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bowl, and the great big bear had a great big bowl. And they each had a chair to sit in. There was a little wee bear had the little wee chair, and the middle-sized bear had the middle-sized chair, and the great big bear had the great big chair. And they each had a bed to sleep in. The little wee bear had a little wee bed, and the middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bed, and the great big bear had a great big bed. And one morning the three bears made porridge for breakfast and poured it into their bowls, but it was too hot to eat, so they decided to go for a walk in the woods until it cooled. While the three bears were walking, a little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. First she looked in the window, and then she peeked through the keyhole, and of course there was nobody inside. Goldilocks turned the handle of the door. Do you think she's supposed to go in? I don't think so. The door was not locked because the three bears were very trusting bears, and they did no one any harm and never thought anyone would harm them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went right in. There was the porridge on the table, and it smelled very good. Goldilocks didn't stop to think whose porridge it was. She went straight to it. First she tasted the porridge of the great big bear, but it was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge of the middle-sized bear, but it was too cold. And then she tasted the porridge of the wee little bear, and it was neither too hot nor too cold, but it was just right. So Goldilocks liked it so much she ate it all up. Now then the Goldilocks went into the parlor to see what else she could find. There were three chairs. First she sat in the chair of the great big bear, but it was too hard. Then she sat down in the chair of the middle-sized bear, but it was too soft. Then she sat down in the chair of the little wee bear, and it was neither too hard nor too soft. Goldilocks liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the bottom of the chair fell out. Down she went plump on the floor. Goldilocks went into the bedroom where the three bears slept. First she lay down upon the bed of the great big bear, but it was too high at the head for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, but it was too high at the foot of the bed. Then she lay down on the bed of the little wee bear, and it was neither too high nor too low, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she covered herself up and fell fast asleep. By this time, the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home for breakfast. Goldilocks had left the spoon in the great big bear, the spoon of the great big bear in his porridge bowl, and he noticed it first thing. "Somebody's been tasting my porridge." said the great big bear in his great big voice. Somebody has left the spoon in the middle-sized bear in her porridge bowl too. Somebody's been tasting my porridge, said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee little bear looked in his bowl. Somebody's been tasting my porridge and has eaten it all up, cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The three bears went into the parlor. Goldilocks had left the cushion crooked on the chair of the great big bear, and he noticed it first thing. Somebody's been sitting in my chair, said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had squashed down the cushion of the chair of the middle-sized bear. Somebody's been sitting in my chair, said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked in his chair. Somebody's been sitting in my chair and has sat right through it, cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. Then the three bears went into the bedroom. Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of place, and he noticed it first thing. Somebody's been lying in my bed, said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had pulled the blanket of the middle-sized bear out of place. Somebody's been lying in my bed, said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked in his bed. Somebody's been lying in my bed, and here she is, cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. This woke Goldilocks up at once. There were the three bears all staring at her. Goldilocks was so frightened that she tumbled out of bed and ran out of the window. Ran to the open window, and out she jumped. And she ran away as fast as she could, never looking behind her. No one knows what happened to Goldilocks after that. As for the three bears, they never saw her again. I hope they made more porridge for Baby Bear, because he didn't get any, and fixed his chair. Yeah, that's the three bears. All right, let's get the beat going. Here we go. Once upon a time, in a nursery rhyme, there were three bears. They all went a-walking in the deep forest, talking, when along came the girl with the long golden hair. She knocked on the door, but no one was there. Home came those three bears. Someone's been eating my porridge, said the papa bear. Said the papa bear. Someone's been eating my porridge, said the mama bear. Said the mama bear. Hey, Mama Sea Bear, said the little wee bear. Someone has eaten my porridge. Do you know where they went next? Yep, the chairs. Someone's been sitting in my chair, said the papa bear. Said the papa bear. Someone's been sitting in my chair, said the mama bear. Said the mama bear. Hey, Mama Sea Bear, said the little wee bear. Someone has broken my chair. Where'd they go next? Yep, bedroom. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said the papa bear. Said the papa bear. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said the mama bear. Said the mama bear. Hey, Mama Sea Bear, said the little wee bear. Someone's asleep in my bed. Goldilocks, she woke up and beat it out of there. Bye, 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 said the Papa Bear. Bye, 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 said the Mama Bear. Bye, 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 said the Baby Bear. And so goes the story of the three little bears.